guys. As usual, Apeshit Larry fucked up the time zones. Big surprise. I know Burrito's gonna be giving me shit about this one for a long time to come.
Oh,
Okay,
I
am I ready
always,
to start?
yeah, I'm just doing a little intro right now. So we got DXPS versus Cheers. Hydro and Hawk are gonna be commentating this one. It should be a good fight. So take it away, guys.
so nothing really happening right here in the first 10 seconds. Obvious. First 10 seconds. But
Yeah,
anyway.
Cheers is just sort of pressuring DXPS to the cage, but he just took a big critical hit there. Yeah, he's landing some strikes, but DXPS is blocking a lot of them. Didn't block that though, it's a good knockdown. Oh, huge overhand from DXPS.
It's been a crazy first minute of this fight.
Yeah. DXPS has got to be careful about getting his back to the cage here, because when that happens, you just don't really have the space to move back out of the way of strikes. But he's doing a good job of just landing these counters as Cheers is approaching him. Good knockdown there.
A lot of perfect blocks and a lot of whiffs.
Yeah. Yeah, they both got a good defense. It's a bit of a weird critical hit there.
I've seen
Like
a lot more
Cheers for a hook, and then his hand just drags on the XPS and he damaged himself.
I've seen a lot more of those weird critical damages in Fight Night 4 than I have in previous Fight Nights.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, they've always been pretty common. Oh wow, nice combination by Cheers there. DXPS is down to 6 HP even though he's ahead by 200 points. Beautiful head kick though. And DXPS falls over, it's that low HP bounce.
Still trying to wobble around.
Yeah.
Double dash in different directions, you know. Doesn't really work out at those low healths.
Oh, Cheers
Definitely
eliminates him with a beautiful left hook. And he's ahead by 100 points, but he's only got 15 HP, so he needs to make sure he does as much damage as possible before he gets KO'd.
As soon as he loses his block, he gets that critical damage and then knockdown.
Good job by DXPS to move laterally and get himself back to the center of the octagon.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a lot to keep the XPS right out here on the cage.
Yeah, but DXPS just keeps reversing the position. He's doing a good job of just not getting pushed too far back to the point where he can't, doesn't have any room to move.
I take this into the
DXPS gets
all for the end of that exchange.
The KO. Yeah, the KO seems to be glitched at the moment. It seems like it always gives one player a KO on one of the spectators for some reason. But yeah, they're actually just 1-1 in KOs at the moment. Good combination by DXPS.
DXPS has extended his lead by about 200 points.
Yeah.
Just tied up.
We're seeing some good combinations out of DXPS here. He's starting with that overhand quite a lot, but then he's like switching to uppercuts and roundhouse kicks, and he's definitely got some good variety in his striking. But Cheers is really keeping up the pressure here.
I want to see
just landing the
jab a little more.
Yeah. Good left hook there. Cheers is about 20 points ahead of DXPS at the moment. It's a very close fight. Huge overhand by DXPS.
takes him down again.
Yeah, that's always the risk when you're just moving forward like this. Is if you take a hit, you're gonna take a lot of damage because you're adding velocity to their strike by moving into it.
Basically tied up at this point.
Yeah, it's still anyone's game, but Cheers is on low health, so if DXPS can get this KO soon, he's going to be ahead. And he does, 300-point lead.
As soon as you say it.
So 2-2 in KOs.
No block. But DXPS not doing a lot to capitalize on that.
Nice axe pick by Cheers.
DXPS tends to just like to play it safe on the outside no matter what happens to his opponent. That's what I've noticed. I mean, even if he does get that inefficient block, he doesn't really capitalize on that ever. I think it's happened twice now this fight.
Yeah, I think it's just difficult with the way Cheers is pressuring him. Because if he moves forward, he's just going to end up in a clinch, really, so he's just got to keep moving back and landing these counters. Perfect blocks by both players. Nice left hook from Cheers. Spinning back fist from DXPS counters the left hook that Cheers through. Nice combination. Oh, that's a good straight there. Straights are hard to use in this game, but if you can get the timing down, they're really effective attacks. Nice spinning hook kick.
DXPS on 1 health. Not giving himself any time to heal.
And a good straight to finish DXPS off.
Cheers takes
But
him
he's
down.
still just about... Cheers about 200 points behind DXPS at the moment. He actually has one more KO than DXPS, but it's on low health, and DXPS has just been landing more of those critical hits, which is why he's slightly ahead. I'm seeing a lot of variety in the striking from both of these players.
Oh yeah, Cheers has definitely thrown that spinning back fist in a lot, especially here in these past few minutes. I've seen him do it a couple times. Not quite as much as we saw from Jetfly yesterday, but there have been quite a few of them.
Yeah, you're right. I think they've both been using it a bit, and they've been using it to set up other attacks.
Oh, it's great because you can use a lot of that momentum to carry into your bigger attacks.
Yeah. Good knockdown by Cheers there.
DXPS is definitely spamming his block a little bit to get
Good
away
head
from
kick there.
Cheers'
Cheers
pressure.
is DXPS is doing a really good way. He's doing a really good job of dealing with Cheers' pressure here.
See, every time
Even though Cheers is just walking him down like a Terminator, DXPS just keeps landing these counters.
DXPS
It's still a close fight.
Spam a little bit.
Yeah.
But wait for it. There it is. Oh, damn.
It seems like Cheers is doing a bit. So I was going to say he's doing a better job of sort of not taking as many hard hits here because he's, instead of just walking straight forward, he's sort of moving in and out a bit more. But oh my god, that was a brilliant spinning back fist from DXPS there.
Sent him all the way across the ring with that one.
Yeah. Because at the start of the fight, Cheers was basically just moving straight forward, and then it was easy for DXPS to time those critical hits. But now Cheers is just starting to move in and out, and that's making it harder to predict his movement. He's still keeping that pressure up, and he gets another KO. DXPS is still ahead by 100 points, but Cheers is actually ahead by 2 KOs.
This has been a wild 10 minutes.
Definitely.
So close. We're going to have to see who gets this coming into the last 5. Do I have
Both of these players deserve to be in the top 10 for sure.
Cheers is doing a really good job of feinting these kicks and then coming in with the overhand.
Yeah, we saw him do it again.
The XPS just not able to get inside of,
Good left hook there.
get inside of Cheers.
Good overhand by DXPS. And another one.
Cheers is not letting up. He's not giving anything away.
Yeah, but DXPS just knocked him down with some clinch breaks. Because Cheers is on low HP here, and that's affecting his balance. He's landing some combinations here. Both of them trading a lot of these sort of low damage hits because Cheers is just really getting in DXPS's face, and there isn't space to land these big critical hits at the moment.
Oh, he just took so much health with something.
Oh, beautiful left hook to finish DXPS off though.
I don't know what took all that health away from the XPS. Something just dropped him.
Yeah, he was just landing a lot of these sort of short left hooks and overhands, and they weren't even significant strikes a lot of the time, but they were just, damage was just adding up. Yeah, DXPS has got to do
Something.
a better job of sort of capitalizing on Cheers being on low health here and just like actually finish him off and get the KO, because he's actually behind by 3 KOs here, even though he's ahead on points. So like if he'd been getting these KOs, well actually no, he's behind on points now as well, but if he'd been getting these KOs on Cheers, he'd actually be up by another 600 points.
But he can't get out of Cheers' clinch. He's not doing, like... He's just staying on the inside for too long and letting Cheers get all of these, like, short hooks. Like,
Yeah.
Like, see?
Problem is he just keeps getting pressured to the cage, so he can't really, just doesn't have the space to do what he wants to do.
Oh, nice.
And a nice backflip by DXPS as Cheers sends him up in the air with a hook.
Always nice to see a flip in these matches.
With them trading short hooks. Good perfect block by Cheers, but he falls on his face. And he's back to his feet.
Cheers has just been piecing DXPS with this up. Like, he's just been piecing them up with his last 10 health.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of work with that, but if DXPS can get the KO here, it could reverse the situation. Nice clinch break from Cheers, though.
Like, this is the KO that decides it. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant left hook. And Cheers now has a 700 point lead.
I don't know if you can get 700 points in one KO, but... We're going to see what
Well,
happens.
he already had a lead, but he just extended it by 200 points to the KO. So it's at 700 points now.
No, that's
Yeah.
DXPS is going to be able to come back from this.
Yeah, it's looking unlikely at this point unless he lands. Yeah, it's not going to happen. But that was a brilliant fight, really close right up until the last few seconds. I mean, I think.
Desk. All right. We got our next matchup. We got Quad versus KonorMeckregor. Whoa. Hold your horses. All right, while I wait for these guys to stop being AFK. Quad versus KonorMeckregor. Quad at number 9, Konor at number 7. Quad is coming in 2-0 with victories over Ender of the Enju clan, who trains with Pat/Y, who also recently had a fight, and Cheers, who just fought in the last match. So Quad 2-0, and KonorMeckregor. Let me find his record here. He is 1-1. Dominant victory over Vortex, and put on a really good fight against Hawk in the quarterfinals of the EU Open. So we're excited to see Konor get back in the cage. This should be a good one, guys. We're off. Big combo right out of the gate for KonorMeckregor. Oshi coming in. Landing big kicks. Relentless with the teep kick. Good kick to the body by KonorMeckregor to interrupt Oshi's combo. And a well-timed axe kick to throw him off balance, but Oshi manages to take KonorMeckregor down. I think we'll call that one a single leg. Although we are playing kickboxing, I will allow the grappling. You guys ever think about why it's called Drunken Wrestlers 2, and yet there's no grappling whatsoever and it's a kickboxing game? Oh! Quad doing a little bit of fancy spinning stuff on top of Konor on the ground, ends up getting massive damage as a result by pinching Konor's body in between his own body, his own feet, and the canvas. A lot of damage can be done in this game simply by standing on top of somebody and manipulating your feet and doing kicks. Basically what happens, as somebody who doesn't understand the physics engine whatsoever, but a very layman's explanation is that the way the game is programmed and coded, if you pinch somebody's body in an awkward position, and it also has something to do with how many actual ticks of damage you're going through to the server at once, but basically sometimes you do a lot of damage for doing something that shouldn't have. It's just, I don't want to say it's luck based, but Konor getting some pretty big hits here. Oshi lands a very well-timed backhand to send KonorMeckregor to the ground, and now he's starting to unload with these combos a little bit. Does a very good job to spin into that hook for massive knockdown damage, and then continues to come in with more hooks and overhands, but he ends up tripping on himself. KonorMeckregor only at 20 health right now, struggling to stay alive. Taking another big combo from Quad, but manages to block most of the damage. But a leg sweep by Quad to knock McGregor down, and as soon as he stands up, he spins into another hook, which is clearly a move that he's been practicing, and one that he's deliberately making use of here tonight. Lots of damage can be done if you add the momentum of a heel kick to your hook. Devastating heel kick by Conor. Oshi somehow manages to keep it standing, but he gets rocked! And the hook from McGregor sends him to the ground! And then another heel kick as Oshi's trying to stand up, resulting in a KO. And now we're 2-2. Almost exactly the same amount of points. 15 points only ahead for Quad. I mean, that's the difference of a single block spam. So after the first 4 minutes here, both fighters in pretty much the exact same spot on the scoreboard. It's a very good fight so far, but Oshi, who is Quad, by the way, in case any of you guys were confused about that, knocks Conor out of the cage with a big hit. Loses his footing as soon as he lands back inside the cage. But Oshi fails to capitalize. Does get a 21 damage 2-hit combo though. Oshi's been landing a massive amount of high damage attacks. I'd say Conor's output might be higher than his right now. We don't have the numbers. Because that would be impossible to keep track of. But I would say right now you're generally looking at Quad is getting these bigger damage shots, but Conor's coming in with some really clean combos and doing a little bit more touch and go. Meanwhile, Quad is going in for the kill with all these shots. Conor coming in with the axe kick into the heel kick into the axe kick, lands every single attack in that sequence and gets massive damage as a result. And then another axe kick, but Quad responds, I believe it was with a hook, and drags Conor down to hell with him. But oh my god, again! A 15-point difference again, but this time their health is the exact same. This is... I don't know if mirror match is the word here, but this is beyond hard to call, hard to tell at this point. It's impossible to call this fight. It's been very back and forth in terms of the momentum. It hasn't been like the first 2.5 minutes Quad was winning, the second 2.5 minutes Conor was winning. No, these guys are pretty much just going combo for combo. One fighter goes on the defensive and the other one's on the offensive, and then they just switch around and they both just land big combos on each other and then reverse the position. This is a very high level fight right now. Level 106 for Quad. Conor probably somewhere in the level, I'd say mid 60s at least, probably closer to the 70s if he's top 38 in XP. So lots of experience collectively between the two fighters, and they're showing it in the octagon tonight, displaying some excellent technical striking. Ooh, getting a little bit laggy there. Quad knocks Conor down, although I don't think that he actually hit him to do that. Head kick lands flush for Quad, sends Conor flying to the ground. Lands a nice hook uppercut combo in as Conor tries to stand up, but is unable to string that into anything else. Quad steps in as soon as Conor stands up. Conor responds with a hook kick, and then when Quad tries to step back in, it's a KO for Conor, or KO for Quad. Sorry. Yeah, a lot happened there, and I was trying to put it all into words at once, and it did not work. But that was a very exciting exchange there. It's hard to even tell what just happened. KonorMeckregor's a big fan of this hook kick right now, which is ironic given his namesake. Who's also a big fan of these flashy spinning kicks. At least back before he was getting dusted by people that he used to beat because he's washed up and never ever going to amount to anything that's anywhere close to the KonorMeckregor of old. Speaking about the real life KonorMeckregor, who's a sham, I think the DW2 KonorMeckregor is a much better fighter than the real life KonorMeckregor, and I like him more. I'm just a Dustin Poirier fan, guys. I'm sorry, but fuck KonorMeckregor. Lots of hook kicks and axe kicks for Konor. Again, well, that one was a wheel kick, I believe, but that one lands very flush, results in a knockdown, and Quad though able to take control of the fight right back and bring it back to an exchange on the feet. 10 health for Konor, meaning he's going to be doing big damage, getting some good shots, dug into the liver of Quad, but gets KO'd. 400-point lead for Quad in the last 6 minutes of the fight, but Konor's got 40 health on him, so. And if he extends this combo, which has been doing big damage already, 20 damage already done to Quad, if Konor manages to extend that combo, well, as I say, before I even finish the thought, he fails to do so. But a beautiful backhand for Konor. Hold on. Excuse me, guys. I just died for a second. But I'm back. Double knockdown. Or that was more of a slip, really. Again, Konor just nailing these axe kicks in the clinch. He likes to step in with a straight or an overhand and then transition into an axe kick. That heel kick landed very clean on Quad. Konor's just landed this heel kick constantly throughout the night. Doing a very good job with it. Walks in right up in Quad's face. Lands the straight hook uppercut. I believe was the combination there. Oh, but this time around, Quad actually sees the axe kick coming for Konor and then throws in a kick of his own to throw Konor off balance, which it's a shame he took him this long into the fight to adapt to that, but considering how both fighters are sitting at about 4,500 points, excuse me, I'd say it's better late than never, because this is still anyone's game. But yeah, Quad needs to be doing more of that. Uppercut to send Konor back over his own head out of the cage. Oh, and then, unfortunately, the magical aura that takes you back into the cage does Konor dirty and KOs him. But doesn't matter. Points are immediately even again. 4 minutes left, and both fighters have still been within 100 points of each other for the majority of this fight. Konor with a good counter hook to send Quad to the ground. Quad doing a good job to slip these kicks for Konor, but he just keeps the combo going. And Quad steps back in before Konor actually stops his flurry and ends up getting caught. Another backhand. This time landed by Quad, blocked by Konor though. Man, this is a good fight. Both fighters just swinging for the fences in the center of the cage right now, dropping bombs after bomb after bomb on each other's heads with these overhands, but KonorMeckregor getting the better of Quad in these exchanges so far. Oh my God, that was a clean backhand. Konor landing perfectly flush to KO Quad. Fighters are 6 and 6. Quad's got about 70 health on Konor, but Konor's got about 200 points on Quad. So Quad's in a good position to set himself up for victory in the last 2 minutes of this fight. If he manages to stop bleeding health right now, but despite Konor's low health, these massive combos that Quad is not properly defending are doing a lot of work for Konor right now to sort of reduce that health gap and prevent Quad from making up that point deficit. 60 health, 40 health! A 20 damage sequence by Konor with 8 health left. Quad finally manages to catch him with a counter to stop his reign of terror, but KonorMeckregor ahead by 100 points. And another hook kick lands clean for Konor. He's making very effective use of that move right now. I have not seen Konor play this game very much at all since the EU tournament, but he is looking as sharp as ever. It's very nice to see him making his first appearance since the fight night started, and looking like he's going to potentially defend his ranking here, but we'll see what happens, because Quad can still pull this together if he doesn't lose that last 5 health. But Konor lands the axe kick. Quad fails to perfect block it. And again, Quad will step in with this straight or this hook, and Konor will see him coming and set up that distance perfectly to where that heel kick will catch him right in the jaw and take him to the ground. Quad manages to take out Konor's block meter, who's already said GG, and bring the fight within 100 points. Konor has to keep this last 10 health or he might lose this fight. Quad has a puncher's chance here. If Quad manages to take this last 5 health from Konor, he's going to win the fight. Konor is not going to respawn in time. 10 seconds left. Can Quad do it? He needs this KO. 7, 6, 5. Oh, Konor's playing defensively right now, slipping his attacks, making sure not to get taken down. And he manages to hold on to those last few 100 points there. And it was looking dicey for a moment, but at the end of the day, victory for KonorMeckregor. That was very possibly the fight of the night up until this point. That was an awesome performance by both fighters, and yeah, that turned out pretty awesome. Real quick resume review here. We've got Galor versus Y. Y, a member of the Enju clan. It's a 2-man group. He trains with the other half of Enju, who is... Hold on, I'm just trying to find the rankings. Yeah, so he trains with the other half of Enju, who is, of course, Ender 22, who is a badass, and 0-1. 0-1 in the league for Ender, but a badass to be sure. Y, on the other hand, also 0-1. His loss to Szadeťu in fight night number 3 in a very close fight. He was originally supposed to fight Szadeťu, but Szadeťu ended up stepping in last second. So not only did he have a close fight with the current, one of the current title contenders, but it was also a last second replacement. So his opponent, Galor, on the other hand, is 1-2. He had a prelim victory over Kusido in the EU Open tournament, and a pretty decisive loss to Shusky in the quarterfinals. But then he came back and had a really close fight with Austin in fight night number 2. So Galor fighting to keep his spot in the top 10, and Y is fighting to break in. So we got a lot of motivation for both fighters, and there's a lot on the line.
Should be a good one.
We're off. Zero hesitation. They both walk to the center and start banging right away. Galor already lost his block meter. Y with a very, very good start. Teeing off with these combos. Galor is hurt. Galor's entire body is beat red. But his block meter is starting to come back. Somehow survives Y's blitz there. But he only has 40 health left. And it's only been 30 seconds. And Y is nearly unscathed. A good counter hook dug right into the liver of Y. And then another to the jaw, putting in some good damage on the board. For Galor, back fist into an overhand. And he's starting to tighten up that HP gap real quick. Another overhand lands for Galor. But as he's throwing his own spinning back fist to try to set up another overhand, he eats overhand from Y. Overhand after overhand after overhand. They just both knocked each other down. Pretty sure it was a double overhand. So,
100% was.
Yeah, big Big overhand action out of the EU boys today.
Wow.
It's been a
That was a
consistent
clean
theme.
finish.
Yeah, a very, very convincing first round for Y. Coming right out of the gate like a bat out of hell.
Yeah, one thing I've seen, Galor definitely needs to focus in on his perfect blocks. I've only seen him get 1 or 2. Oh, there we go. Oh, Galor definitely got the best on that exchange. Looks like he's probably about to wrap it up.
I was actually looking at the wrong records at the start for my little resume review. It's actually Y is
Wow.
unranked and Galor is level 13. Or rank 13, sorry. Just to clarify where they're sitting at in the leaderboard. So Y is currently fighting to break into the top 15 and Galor is fighting to keep his spot there.
Yeah, Galor just did like a cannon kick.
Oh,
from
1-2. 1-2 from Y sends Galor down. And now he's coming in with the overhand into the uppercut, trying to separate Galor from his consciousness here. With very heavy hands. Oh, interesting knockdown. Not sure how that one happened.
Yeah, I think
Ooh.
his arm got stuck through.
Y slips Galor's attacks. Lands his overhand. Very good boxing. Coming out of Y. But he eats a big hook to the jaw and gets sent down to the ground. Galor then digs his knee into Y's ribcage, but an uppercut sends Galor 10 feet up into the air. Y doesn't manage to string that into anything though as Galor comes in with a head kick to rock Y. And now they're just trading back and forth. Knockdown for Galor, steps on Y, gets a little bit of collision damage there. And they trade overhands. Galor gets the better. He lands cleaner than Y does and gets a KO. 2-1 for Galor, but only 15 health left. Y stepping on top of Galor's head, bringing him down to 10. And now he's teeing off with these hands, trying to get him out of there quick before he can do any damage with that last 15 health. Y doing good to perfect block these attacks from Galor, which would be doing big damage because of the damage modifier, I say, as Galor manages to take 25 health from Y with the last 10 of his own. 400 point lead for Galor right now. And a 25 HP advantage. But we're only 4 minutes in. Wow, this has felt much longer than 4 minutes.
Dude, action packed. We're seeing tons of,
Oh!
big collisions.
Galor starting off these combos with the head kick. Doing a good job to switch it up from the hands to the feet and keep Y guessing as to where the next attack is going to come from. Y comes in though! Slams him to the ground. Smashing him in the face with an overhand. Taking him off his feet. Oh, Y hit connects big with that uppercut after bringing himself into range with a backhand. Also slipping Galor's attacks within that sequence. Very slick. Very slick work. Oh! Another massive backhand. Lands for Y. Both fighters sitting at around 5 HP. Y is at 0 health right now. And then Galor steps in with the straight, and Y just drops an absolute H-bomb on him. Big hooks for
two
Y.
very impressive fighters.
We've had some real close fights tonight. Head kick for Galor. Head kick KO. I was about to say that their points were pretty much the same, but about a 200 point lead now after that little exchange for Galor. So Galor managing to consistently maintain, albeit a very small lead. Still no telling who's winning here, but on the scoreboards, Galor is currently in a better position. But that
Yeah,
is
they're both playing the big combo game.
massive, massive. Oh my God, Y eats the hook to the jaw. Galor unrelenting with his pressure right now. Getting knocked down after knockdown on Y, but Y manages to gain his composure, stand up, eats a hook from Galor. But he's eating hits to land hits. Taking damage to deal damage. He's stepping into Galor's range so that he can land shit like that overhand, which 23 damage combo for Y. Doing good work. Lands a devastating head kick on Galor. Listen, I know I just called the last fight the fight of the night up until this point, but I think it's pretty clear that we're looking at something special here.
Yeah, this is a complete brawl.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be honest. Between this fight and the last one, it's gonna be real hard to say which one of them is gonna end up fight of the night. Assuming the co-main and the main don't deliver, but
Yeah,
I mean, let's be real, guys. Let's be real. We all know chances are the most exciting fight of tonight is gonna be one of the next two. I cannot wait to talk to you guys about those matches. But back to the current action. Stop talking about them. Let's talk about the fighters that are in the cage right now. Y gets his KO, 82 HP, but he's down by about 800 points. Galor has been getting that point lead up. Galor's block meter's gone, and Y's coming in for the blitz, but Galor manages to stay out of his range and stay on the back foot to slip the aggression from Y, and manages to recover, get his block meter back. And on the first exchange, after that little break into action, Galor comes out victorious. So it was a very good move, a tactical move on Galor's part to back up there when he started getting inefficient blocks. And unfortunate for Y that he wasn't able to keep the pressure up and stay in the pocket with Galor and take advantage there. You let him get away.
Yeah, with how these guys are fighting, I think that if someone got backed up to the cage, they probably would not be as effective.
Oh, Galor on wobbly feet does end up falling over. Perfect blocks though to stuff Y's aggression. Y comes in with the overhand, and Galor times his own with an absolutely devastating counter. Y sitting at only 20 health, and then another overhand counter by Galor. Absolutely immaculate timing. Coming out of this sexy beast, Galor, who's, you know, I say it every time he's in the cage, but by God is his loadout fucking fantastic. I mean, he's looking suave in that trench coat, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, we got the battle of the trench coats.
Mm-hmm.
Only one color can reign supreme.
And right now, that color would be black.
It looks like black's gonna be
900.
the winner.
Yeah, 900 points for Galor going into the last 5 minutes. It's looking like, at this point in the fight, that Galor was able to make adaptations to Y, and Y does not have answers for Galor's current approach. But something could always change. It's pretty clear, though, at the moment that Galor is leading these engagements, landing the bigger hits, and getting the better perfect blocks than Y. And it's looking like Y is sort of running out of things to offer Galor here. And we haven't seen him get much momentum in the last 5 minutes. Galor's been running away with a good portion of the fight so far. So we'll see what Y can do here in terms of adjustments. And we'll see if Galor's able to keep the pressure up and maintain his lead. 13 health for Galor. Landing a good head kick, though. 16 damage combo. 10 damage overhand with the low HP damage modifier. And he's continuing to pepper Y with these shots. These would normally be pretty insignificant 3-4 damage shots if he wasn't at such low health, but managing to do good work on Y's health bar. Already taking 40 health away from Y, and he's been floating around only 10 himself. Another one of the things that separates a top level fighter from a scrub is that you can use that low damage or that low health damage modifier to really do good work. And just because you're at 10 health doesn't mean you can't really fuck up your opponent. And Galor proving that, you know, you can never let your guard down. Everybody's always a threat in this game.
Yeah, Y is gaining some of his lead, about 500 point difference right now.
Yeah, Y's starting to get a little bit of momentum. He's eating less hits from Galor. It's looking like Galor's output has slowed down. I'm not sure exactly why that's happened, but Y is starting to lead these engagements right now. Ooh, Galor missing the hook combo. Counter, but lands another hook right after anyway. Brings Y down to 20 health.
Wow, caught him great when Galor trying to dive in on that one. Two minutes left, and still, I mean, really either one could win. Oh, completely tangled up there. Oh, Y caught him good with that little 1-2, sent him up in the air. Yeah, the
both
points,
fighters
I mean,
at 10
we got
health.
500.
Both fighters at less than 20 health right now. Minute and 20 seconds left. If Y manages to come out on top at the end of this round and get Galor out of there before the 1 minute mark, he's absolutely got a chance here. But Y has to come out with something big right now, or else he's not going to have a chance to win this fight. Gets a knockdown. Galor, though, with the perfect blocks, preventing Y from getting this KO that he oh so desperately needs. But he lands a massive hook that sends Galor to the cage. Galor at 1 HP. Y teeing off with the overhands. Galor covered in blood, but still managing to block these attacks and hold on to the very last bits of his health bar. These two are leaving it all in the cage in the last 30 seconds here. Galor managing to time his counter, take Y out, and it's looking like that might be all she wrote. Y has 20 seconds to do 20 damage to Galor, but even if he gets that KO, unless he gets a massive point boost right now from a couple of significant strikes or knockdowns before the KO, it is looking unlikely that he's going to be able to make up that last 500 points, and that's going to be all she wrote. Galor with an impressive performance, managing to solidify his spot in the top 15 and save his ranking. And normally when there's no percentage for downloading the map, something's broken, but luckily Flash was able to get in.
Alright, and here we go. Ooh, Szadeťu starts off with a very strong start.
I know, that's what you wanted to do. You wanted to see that 10-second knockdown.
But look at this. He's already down to 76. I'm actually not being biased, although that is my intention.
70 health for Flash in the first 15 seconds, guys. It's game over. There's nothing he can do. No way he can come back.
Right. No, but seriously, I mean, he's getting ragdolled right now.
Damn.
Flash is coming back with a very just nothing offense.
And by the way, Alisor, if you're listening right now, I'm sorry for kicking you from the VC, but there's no room for you to join this lobby, and there is zero chance I'm going to rehost it just so that you can join the casting team. So unfortunately, not today.
Ooh, nice ground combo. Both of them seem to have landed nice ground combos so far.
Yeah, right now what I've noticed in this first minute is that Szadeťu isn't doing anything crazy with his attacks, but Flash is just kind of really poor with his defense right now. Hasn't really blocked much of anything that Szadeťu has been throwing him.
Yeah, absolutely. Defense is definitely an afterthought for Flash. In fact, I mean, to be fair to Flash...
No, keep going. I heard, in fact, you had more to say. Keep going.
Okay, fine. In fact, I love these old players.
Oh, overhand KO for Szadeťu.
Oh, nice. See, right. His defense is not very good, I have to say. I mean, I know I'm quite susceptible to the overhand right, but I mean, this is just poor. But,
yeah, so
see,
right now,
again.
Flash is really off to a very slow start right now.
I'm going to stop talking about my point because Flash is getting his ass kicked and I don't want to talk over the fight. So we're going to wait for Flash to actually learn how to block.
So right now, Flash, very slow start. What we're seeing right now is a lot of output from Szadeťu, and Flash is just being overwhelmed. Not only is he not blocking these attacks, but he's not even really having an opportunity to throw any type of counter because he's constantly on cooldown, because on the rare occasion that he does even have a break in the action, in the break in the middle of Szadeťu's combos to throw his own counter, it just gets perfect block and he gets put on attack cooldown anyway. So pretty much all of his offense being completely stuffed by... really by his own lack of defense.
Not even stuffed. Stuff implies that nothing's going on. There is something going on, and that is Flash getting fucking smashed.
A very well-timed head kick, though. Very well-timed head kicked. Flash has got Szadeťu on the ropes at 12 HP, and he's starting to get his combos in. He's starting to let the hands fly a little bit. There's nothing wrong with a slow start right now, but Flash better start putting the work in quick to bring this fight back to a competitive scoreline, because at this moment... you do not want to be at this heavy of a deficit. Flash actually manages to get enough output in to actually break through Szadeťu's block meter and completely run him down and overwhelm him. So it's very clear that Flash is picking up steam, and he's picking it up quick. Very slow start, but it's looking like we're finally into the competitive fight that this was supposed to be.
Yeah. After Flash has been finished being used as a mop, I mean, it kind of fits, actually, because if you look at his hairstyle in game, just Jesus Christ.
He
genuinely looks like a sheep.
Oh! Huge straight sends Szadeťu flying across the cage!
Oh. Wait, just look at fucking Flash, man. He looks like a shaved sheep. It seems like Flash loves to just back Szadeťu up. And that is certainly playing into how this is going to go. Because Szadeťu loves his combos, as does Flash. But right out there.
Szadeťu sends Flash flying out of the arena. He's being brought back in with just 10 HP. It's debatable as to whether or not he'll even land. Like I said, I didn't even know if he'd be able to land that. Szadeťu does a little bit of a Beyblade, but then he teep kicks right into the perfect range and lets the hook go at the exact perfect frame to land clean on the jaw of Flash. And a very good KO.
As you could just see there, Flash backed him up, and he's backed him up. And then as soon as that happens, Flash starts winning.
Flash is staying in the clinch right now, though. Flash is staying right in Szadeťu's face in that phone booth, which is what he's known to do. Lands a massive overhand. Szadeťu's already down to 10 HP. Flash with this phone booth fighting and these fast boxing combos, these heavy hands, putting in some quick work here. But Szadeťu reversing the position, putting Flash on the ground. Let's see where momentum goes here. Let's see how much Szadeťu can do with this last 10 HP!
Oh.
Beautifully timed hook counter by Flash, and Flash is picking up steam fast. He's only 800 points behind right now, but I would say he's easily won the last 3 minutes of the fight. So I'd say we're looking at these scores evening out very soon.
Yeah. Flash is very much about 3 very good exchanges
another massive overhand.
Yeah, he's about 3 good exchanges out from winning here.
Yeah, holy shit, Flash is just getting better and better and better as this fight goes on right now. It's looking like he's learning new combos mid-fight right now. He started the match looking like a fish out of water, and right now he's in there like the badass we knew him to be in the tournament before retirement. It only took this man a few minutes to get that ring rust off, and now he's right back into the prime shape that he was in the tournament. The Flash we all know and love, and the Flash that was number 3 in the tournament, and very well may be a
I'll
title
be honest,
contender.
right? I just dispute the sort of a lot of that tournament because a lot of these old players, right? They're very much offense first, defense later. I mean, you could see at the very start of the fight that Flash's defense fucking sucked, right?
Ooh,
I don't even
well-timed
think it's
head
gone
kick.
that much better. I just think that his offense has gone, much better as it was, right?
I honestly think that Flash was just needed to get his head. I think he just needed to get his head in the game there.
Nah,
really.
man. This brings me on to the next point. You see these guys?
Oh! Both fighters are
okay.
about 5. Both fighters at about 5 HP. 5
Flash is
HP
now
exchanging
leading.
in the phone booth. Flash knocks him out with a good
Szadeťu-
hook to the jaw.
Szadeťu really needs to start pushing Flash because his combinations going backwards are nowhere near as good as going forwards.
Yeah, Flash is leading
these-
every single
yeah.
engagement right now, and Szadeťu is letting him lead the fight right now.
They're both very combination heavy hitters.
Oh, Szadeťu tees off, but Flash manages to block it all. That would have been an easy KO if the points weren't on point for Flash now.
Oh wow!
Oh
I'm
my
surprised
god.
that Flash didn't get KO'd by either of them.
Wow, Flash really
0
coming in
HP.
with these blocks right now, like we know him. Like we know him for. I mean,
Nice KO.
wow, good
Beautiful
KO for
KO, in
Szadeťu
fact.
though. But
And they're
good
3-3, so they're very much equal.
the scoreline, yeah, the scoreline is equal right now. Both fighters sitting at about 3K right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was not going to be long at all before Flash started getting that score back. Started getting that momentum.
The thing is
He
with
just
this
needed to.
fight-
It was that ring rust, guys. Flash knocked that ring rust off quick, and we are seeing the absolute beast
Yeah.
that we
Well,
know
it's
him
more
to be.
like it's more like Szadeťu wiped his ass. I mean, shit. Szadeťu wipes Flash's asshole against the octagon and then wiped that rust off for him. And that's a more apt description of how that went. But as you can see here, right, Stetzel's now leading and he's winning because Flash's
Oh,
defense. is not
big
as good.
damage combo. 36 damage, 3-strike combo for
Yeah, see
Szadeťu.
right here. If Stetzel wants to win, he needs to
Oh!
stop giving up that space. See, every single time he gives up that space.
Oh!
he loses.
Flash tees Szadeťu up with the fist. Perfect blocks his counter and then starts to tee him up again with a second combo. And now he's coming in with the spinning kicks and he knocks Szadeťu on his ass. This is huge for Flash right now.
Oh.
Szadeťu stands up. He knocks him down with another overhand and then axe kicks him for the KO. Flash is showing no mercy right now. No mercy.
I mean, I'm speechless. But, I mean, it's really the same as being played out. Stetzel's going back, and just Flash, as much as I can, shit talk him, he does.
Oh! Oh my god! He lands the head kick! He
rocks.
rocks Szadeťu and then comes in with the overhand while he's stunned.
Szadeťu is just not going to win off these counters. He can just
Exactly,
can't
you're
outtime.
exactly right. Every single attack that he's thrown for the last couple minutes has seemed to be a counter to Flash's offense, and he's just not working for him. He needs to stop letting Flash lead the dance here. Okay,
I mean-
this is a dance, and you are dance partners. You cannot let Flash lead every engagement, or else what are you even doing in there?
Yeah, I mean, if you just see this, whenever Stetzel,
Oh.
when he's in closed, right, he'll just throw like whatever offense, very petty offense, something that you can easily ignore. But as soon as like, if Flash can back off, Stetzel cannot, and you just see it right there every single time.
Look, Szadeťu is letting him hold him against the cage. He's trying to stand and trade with Flash when he's just getting pieced up instead of just getting out of the way, which is what Szadeťu needs to do because Flash is a freight train barreling at him right now. Another KO. 500-point lead for Flash, and he is still, after 10 minutes, getting better and better with every passing minute. How much ring rust was there? This is insane. How is he still getting better? This is insanity. Flash is going so hard right now, but Szadeťu has 5 minutes left. So if he finally grows a pair of balls and stops letting Flash lead every single engagement, we might see a more competitive fight. A good KO for Szadeťu, actually. And now it's only a 200-point difference, so it's still anyone's fight. But I don't know. The momentum's in Flash's favor, though. The momentum's in Flash's favor.
I think this would be I think this fight would actually go in Stetzel's favor if Stetzel was leading, because Flash's defense just isn't that great.
I think you're exactly right. I mean, that's how he was winning in the first couple minutes.
Yeah. Look at that. Why did he just back up there? Like, he just backs up, backs up. He doesn't need to back up.
It's a very
Flash
good
is nowhere
point.
near as literally Flash's most dangerous range is not way out, it's not way in, it's just in that perfect
Exactly
Goldilocks
right.
zone. And Flash is literally Stetzel's just giving him all that range. And Stetzel isn't getting that himself because he's way back up to the cage. So Flash is completely dictating the rage of this fight. See, he's meeting him in the octagon now. And he's back again. I mean, awful. But even then, you can see, despite the fact that Stetzel's taking such a bad approach to this fight, that Flash is still losing. And that's just the type of
Trade
quality player that
knockouts.
Stetzel is. I mean, Flash is. Just awful. Awful player.
Almost the exact equal points right now with 3 minutes left.
Ooh, nice there.
Szadeťu comes in with the big overhand though, knocks Flash down.
Yeah.
Flash gets right back up and starts teeing off though.
Ooh.
6 health left for Szadeťu.
Whoever lands his next KO is going to win.
I think you might be right. Both fighters at
What
the
fuck
same
is Stetzel
HP!
doing?
They're both at the same HP! This is insane! Szadeťu at 0 HP! But he lands the massive overhand! Oh my god, that was huge! That was massive for Szadeťu! Oh my god! Oh my god, this is insanity!
Oh my god.
This is insanity! If Szadeťu does any level of work
Yeah.
with this last 5 HP, he's in a very good position to win this fight, but we'll see.
So far, Flash
He's
has
at 3 health.
100 HP still.
Yeah, Flash is just, he's not taking any damage, and he's
Oh,
digging away
shit.
point by point, getting single points of damage through
Yeah,
the defense of
Stetzel is
Szadeťu.
just, he's not really thinking.
Oh, but he's got knocked down. Szadeťu has to capitalize on
What
this.
is
Szadeťu has
Stetzel
to be
doing,
coming
man?
in. Oh my god, but he does! He deep kicks
He
into
knows
the
what he's
hook!
doing.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Szadeťu has been doing a very good job tonight of teep kicking into hooks. Gets
Nice
KO'd
counter,
though.
though.
Manages to...
Stetzel is still winning a bit.
Yeah, we're looking at pretty much equal points right now, but a 25 health advantage for Szadeťu.
Yeah.
And he lands a massive overhand that
Oh
almost
my
made
God.
Flash do a backflip.
He fucking
And then another
planted
teep
him.
kick.
Jesus Christ.
Szadeťu again!
Oh.
Again! That's the 3rd time he's done this teep kick hook in the last 30 seconds. He times it so well. The range is perfection, and it's so hard to defend and attack like that.
Oh my god. Oh, and now they both do a little dance on
Double
the floor.
knockdown, clench break on the ground, but Szadeťu gets up first.
Oh my God,
Flash doesn't
see right
perfect
there
block
again.
the overhand. He cannot
Flash
be
is-
missing these
oh.
blocks right now, but he leg sweeps Szadeťu, and now he's on the ground.
Nice.
Coming in with these axe kicks, but Szadeťu blocking. Counters of his own, hooks right to the jaw of Flash, but
Flash
jaw
is
is
just
still
blocking
standing.
every-
Iron jaw. Flash
Flash
has
is
an
just-
iron chin.
Flash is just blocking every single shot with his face. And, it
Oh,
might not look
15
well on the points, but that does make a good fight. And he's knocked down again. And see, every single time Stetzel knocks Flash down, he gets the lead now.
Oh,
And that's when he starts winning.
10 health. What can Flash
Oh my god.
do?
1 minute left. This could go. Ooh,
Flash
this'll-
arguably has to get a KO with this last 10
Flash
health.
needs to lead. And, Stetzel has shown himself to wilt under the sort of pressure. So it'll be interesting how this goes.
Okay, good damage with the overhand landing
Ooh,
by
nice
Flash.
knockdown.
Oh, what's he gonna do with this knockdown though?
If
Perfect
Flash
block
gets a
the
good
axe
mix up
kick.
here, he could be
Another
close.
perfect block.
Oh, but nice counter by Stetzel. Stagel, what the fuck? Banana Man.
50 health for Szadeťu.
Oh,
Heel
nearly,
kick
that was
lands
close.
on the back of the head.
He needs to be careful about those kicks and those overhands. Oh! As I say that, clearly I don't know shit. This is why Stetzel
Flash
is way
comes
higher
in
than
with
me.
the overhand. Szadeťu digs the uppercut, I
And
believe,
a
into the body.
1,000 point lead to Stagel.
Oh, you see, as soon as Szadeťu started leading those engagements with that teep kick hook and trying to throw his overhand, and just kind of stopped letting Flash bully him, he ended up coming out with the 1,000-point lead in the end. You
Well, part of
were
it was a
exactly right
very,
with
very
your,
good fight, I
with
have
your
to say.
analysis
Very
there.
good fight.
That was a very good analysis, Cheers. It was exactly right about what Szadeťu needed to do to start winning that fight.
Yeah. But you can,
That was fucking
well, he didn't do
insane.
exactly
That's
what
fight
I
of
would
the
have
night.
done in his shoes. But,
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you've read my resume reviews, you already know what's about to go down, but all you need to know is both of these fighters are undefeated. Both of them got huge momentum going into this fight. It's Hawk's very first title defense, and it's the very first EU title fight, and we should be in for something crazy here. 20 minutes as usual for any title fight. Hawk sends Yugi out of the cage within the first 20 seconds. which is never a good way to start your fight if you're Yugi. But a great way to start your fight if you're the champ.
Hawk's getting some big damage starting off, man.
Ooh, deadly head kick as Yugi tries to stand up off the ground. He might have been a down fighter there. We're going to have to watch the replay. That might have been against the unified rules, but we'll keep the fight going as for now. Might have been a soccer kick. We'll see. If Yugi was a downed opponent there, we might as well just make like Dana White and just hand him a belt that he didn't earn. Call him Aljo. Oh, Hawk just ate a low kick that ended up on his head because he was leaning to the side for a strike. That didn't feel good, but ends up getting the KO. You see, Hawk's not a shit talker, but you better believe when he's in that cage, he will free cam you, and he will drop some little quips. He knows how to get into your head. Hawk does that very deliberately. He doesn't talk shit, but when he's in there, he's definitely trying to throw you off your game. Yeah, good first round for Hawk though. Only took 50 damage. Got a really big point lead, but the points don't matter until you're 5 minutes in anyway, so it's not even really worth looking at the scoreline until then.
Yeah, definitely. Very strong lead so far for Hawk.
Low kick rocks Yugi, and then he knocks him out with that overhand. 30 health left for Yugi. He's hurt. He's hurt. Eats a head kick. Again, Hawk throwing a lot of head kicks, taking a page out of the Apeshit Larry Book of Fighting. He knows that's my favorite move. Good perfect blocks for Yugi, but Hawk is generally leading all of these engagements, and this definitely, I would say right now, is far more Yugi just struggling not to get his face smashed in by Hawk than actually putting up an offense. But a good counter hook by Yugi. He's got 10 health. We'll see if he's able to take any momentum off of that. He's got the low health damage modifier, of course. But Hawk ragdolls him with I think it was a low kick and then a hook. Makes Yugi do a little bit of a flip and counters the overhand with an overhand of his own. That's Hawk's second KO. 1,000-point lead. 3 minutes in, free cams after the knockdown, and Yugi is just getting kind of beat up on right now. I'm not gonna lie. Yugi's getting pieced up pretty bad.
Yeah, dashing in, Hawk is catching him over and over.
Yeah, just so relentless. He's not giving Yugi a second to breathe. He's smothering him in every way. Now, the way to deal with that, of course, is not what Yugi's doing, which is standing and trying to perfect block all of these shots with his chin. What he should be doing is he should be trying to counter Hawk here, because when somebody else is coming in that hot, the only way you're going to stop them is if you actually get your own offense in. You know, you can't just sit there and block his attacks forever. You're gonna end up way behind on the scoreboards if you end up doing that. Even if he isn't doing big damage to you, he's still getting significant strikes and all that good stuff. And you're only getting 10 points nowadays for perfect blocks. So yeah, that turtling shit is not gonna work. Yugi is double block spam for Hawk. Pretty insignificant at this stage, but yeah, Yugi's really got to start leading some engagements here and putting up his own offense. Throws an overhand, comes up with the hook that Hawk was not expecting, and rocks him! Comes in, spins into a backhand. Yugi getting some real damage in right now, but Hawk quicker to the draw. His fists touch Yugi before Yugi's fists touch him. 20 health for Hawk, 10 health for Yugi. Who is going to get this KO? If Yugi can get this KO, he's not in the worst position in the world, but if he dies here and lets Hawk take some of his next health bar, it's not going to be good. Oh, Yugi!
Oh, that was dirty.
Oh yeah, that was pretty dirty. That was an elbow to the back of the head as Hawk was trying to stand up. Good KO for Yugi. Lands a nice little 1-2. Low kick into a hook. Knocks Hawk down with a well-timed overhand. He wasn't expecting that one. But recovers quickly with the perfect blocks. Allow himself to stand up. Nullifies Yugi's blitz. and counters his offense as he's trying to step in with his fists with a nice little low kick. Manages to only lose 20 health of his fresh health bar to Yugi, so not that bad at all for Hawk. Yugi failed to capitalize there, and Hawk is just simply not giving him much of anything right now. He's looking to be dominant in all aspects here. He's not giving Yugi a second to rest, and he's not letting him get momentum for more than a couple seconds before he stops those combos and comes in with his own. I think Yugi's output probably needs to be much higher right now, I'd say. It's hard to have a high output when you have somebody like Hawk walking you down with these ridiculously long and damaging combos, but you know, like I said, blocking his knuckles with your jaw is not a way to win.
Yeah.
Good damage by Yugi. Gets Hawk on the ground up against the cage and starts teeing off. Hawk's block meter is down and immediately starts trying to knock Yugi down so that he can stop bleeding damage, but he fails to do so, and Yugi's getting massive attacks in right now, doing really good to really jump on top of Hawk when he's hurt and not letting him recover. 10 health left for Hawk. Another hook for Yugi. Artificial knockdown, if you guys noticed that. Yugi just got knockdown points without a knockdown, but 5 health left for Hawk, and this has been a very good round for Yugi. Very good pressure. Double block spam though, that is the last thing he needs here. That 50 points was not something he wanted to give up. Barely misses the head kick there. Yugi playing it nice and careful. Hawk stumbles. PBs though.
Getting very tactical.
Ooh, good work by Yugi to switch up those attacks on the ground and try to step on Hawk. But Hawk's getting some uppercuts in the clinch there. Really, really holding on to this last 5 HP. Yugi's got a perfect block, whatever. Hawk's about to throw or he's about to get a big combo. Yugi stops that before it happens. Staying right in Hawk's face. Even when he's on his knees. That was looking a little bit weird there for a second. We won't talk about that. Yugi's just very, very slowly starting to bleed health right now, and Hawk's defense is rock solid. He's not letting anything get through for Yugi. One or two hits got through there, but he still has his health, and that health regen bottom right back up to that 10 or so range. Only a 5 right now, though. Yugi getting big hits in 1 health for Hawk, but Yugi's down to 15. A good counter as Hawk is trying to step in. KO for Yugi, but that wasn't too good for Yugi there. He got Hawk down to about 10 HP with an absolutely insane combo back when he took down his block meter, but Hawk just managed to chip away at his health with an almost impenetrable defense, and you know, like I said, man, he is just, every time that he gives Yugi an inch, he takes 2 back. You know, there's absolutely no slack in Hawk's game whatsoever. It is tight. It's tight corners, relentless action. No stone unturned here for Hawk. He's pulling out all the stops here, reaching deep into that toolbox, and coming in with just a disgusting combo. What was that? A teep kick into a spin into a hook? Something like that?
Yep.
Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. That's like what's what Szadeťu was doing earlier, but he's throwing that spin in, which is very hard to do considering how fast those inputs are coming in and how short of a time frame you have to pull that off. But adding that spin into that teep kick hook is a very devastating. It's a devastating combination. The teep kick closes the range. The hook adds damage, or the spin adds damage to the hook, making an already high damage rapid fire attack even faster and even more damaging. Even harder to block.
Just had a great barrage coming in on Yugi.
Yugi, though, after a slow start, is no longer really bleeding his point lead, and he's starting to offer some. Oh, That was, oh my god! Yugi is teeing off right now. This combo is insane. These angles he's landing these strikes on. Oh my god, these teep kicks. He's showing Hawk zero mercy right now. Look at how he keeps his pressure up. Like a shark smelling blood. 2 health left for Hawk. Perfect blocks when he's standing up to 1 health. He's rocked. He can't even stand right now. He's got the chicken legs. But still landing enough perfect blocks to prevent Yugi from breaking through and taking out this last 5 health. Yugi has to make sure that he's not going to bleed points to a 5 HP Hawk like he did last time. Manages to step in off of Hawk's. I believe Hawk stepped in with a straight there, and a short clench overhand to KO for Yugi. 900 point lead for Hawk. 9 minutes left though, so I don't know if these last couple minutes have been any indicator. Yugi still very much has a chance in this fight, contrary to what the start of the fight might have had you believe.
Yeah, he definitely seems to be growing into his own now.
Yeah, I think this might be some of the most work Hawk's ever had to put in the pro league.
Oh yeah, he's not giving him any room.
Yeah, Yugi is making Hawk work, and he's making him work hard here. Hawk is, he's obviously far from losing this fight right now, but Yugi is having more and more moments. He's landing more and more combos. He's getting more and more sequences in and exchanges that he's winning as the fight goes on. So we'll see if by that last 5 minutes Yugi will really be toe-to-toe trading with Hawk, or if he's not going to be able to get that. If he's going to be able to do more than stop the bleed of his points, and maybe actually start to make up that deficit. But right now he is not. He's managed to stop the point bleed, but he hasn't actually made the deficit up. He's just stopped it from getting bigger. So we'll see if he's able to change that.
Yeah, especially with how it's looking right now, Hawk's probably going to get the next KO before too long. And that's going to switch it up a lot.
Ooh, good. Oh! Yugi with the overhand as Hawk tries to back out of his range. He teep kicks in, leaving no space for Hawk to breathe whatsoever. And he's staying in that clench right now, throwing these hooks, dirty boxing against Hawk. However, Hawk does have twice his health, and he throws a knockdown hook. Good perfect block for Yugi trying to stand up, but Hawk making very good use of the clench break to keep Yugi off balance again. Hawk is using this clench break to keep Yugi on the ground. He's not letting him stand up. Whether that was intentional or if I think it might have actually been Yugi that was clench breaking on accident and sending himself back down to the canvas. But either way, like every single time I say Hawk is getting in trouble, he manages to pull it right back. Eats a big hook from Yugi though. Oh, he's rocked. He's rocky. Perfect blocks though. Comes in with a wheel kick to counter. 4 health left for Hawk. 6 health for Yugi. 5 health for Yugi. He's on the ground. Perfect blocks the axe kick. Stands up. Hooks Hawk. Steps into the deep kick and hooks him again for the KO. That was an exciting exchange. 800 point lead for Hawk. We'll see what Yugi can do with the last 10 HP here. Make that 2 HP, make that 0. So that was about another 400 points that Hawk just added to the deficit in the span of 3 seconds. It was looking good for Yugi for a moment.
Yeah, Yugi's looking a lot more competitive at least. Both players going pretty defensive overall, trying to get that perfect block in.
The action has slowed down indeed.
Trying to get that perfect block in and then move in and capitalize on it, but they both know that game, so it's harder to get something off.
These two are officially in the last 5 minutes, and that would be the championship rounds. It's impossible to keep the pace that these two had in the middle of the fight up for a whole 20 minutes, so it's no wonder that they've slowed down here. I would say that's more a result of Hawk slowing down his offense and trying to be more defensive in response to Yugi. in an attempt to make sure that he doesn't slip in his point lead, rather than both fighters mutually slowing down. I think Yugi is trying to put on as much pressure as he can right now, and Hawk, you know, obviously he's far from turtling right now, but he's not coming in with that patented aggression he's normally known for, because he just simply doesn't have to right now. He can play it smarter, a little bit safer, but he's still in there piecing Yugi up regardless. So don't think that I'm accusing Hawk of turtling here, but I think that's why the action is slowed down.
Yeah, at the beginning too, they were both kind of just going straight at it, and I think Hawk noticed Yugi was being a little more defensive, and you know, didn't want to get caught for that.
Good perfect block by Yugi to the backhand, which we haven't seen much of Hawk's backhand tonight. Surprisingly, Yugi lands a good overhand. Hawk manages to clench break to slip Yugi's attempt to bring him back to the ground, though, trying to hook him as he's standing up. Very, very good move by Hawk. And Yugi ends up slipping on his own 2 feet. Manages to perfect block, though, recovers, and we're back to the feet. Oh, that hook rocks Hawk, though, brings him to the ground. 15 health left. Recovers with his own perfect blocks, though. Lots of combos that almost start, but end up getting shut down here. 7 health for Hawk. He's rocked, but he's doing a good job to stay on the back foot here. Make sure Yugi doesn't get too much damage, though. He eats a hook right to the jaw. 5 health for Hawk.
Oh.
Good kicks from Yugi as Hawk tries to step in and build some type of offense, and Hawk is only 500 points ahead now. Yugi's actually starting to make up that point deficit, but only 25 health left, though, so the chances that he does something significant to Hawk's health bar are somewhat slim here, but he's already got 10 of the damage in, and he's getting good points for these combos right now, so that's not bad at all for Yugi. He still hasn't dipped below 20 health himself, so a little bit of a stagnation in the health bars right now, but not the action. It's just everything's getting blocked at the moment. So I'm very excited to see. Oh, Hawk starts to tee off! Massive combo! Massive combo by Hawk! He sees Yugi is starting to close that point deficit, and he lets his hands go so that he can stop that shit in its tracks before it becomes a problem for him. He's got that point deficit right back up for himself. 1,200 points ahead for Hawk, almost 1,300 points. Not bad at all. Steps in, straight to the jaw, followed by a hook on Yugi. Steps in with the T-kick, though. Yugi throws him to the ground. Hawk's hurt right now. Hawk's hurt, but he's still throwing his own counters. You know, he's not just going to stand there and eat these shots, I say, as he takes a massive hook, though, from Yugi. Another big hook. Oh, Hawk is hurt. Hawk is on the ground. Only 40 health left. Yugi's getting big damage in. 1 minute left, though. 1,200 points lead for Hawk.
Yeah, Yugi
And
would
Hawk
have to
is
pull some
teeing
big
off.
moves.
Yeah, Hawk is getting some hits in on Yugi right now, and oh, yeah, that overhand was just about all she wrote there. There's
Still, what a fight, man.
yeah, 1,200 points, 40 seconds. It's not looking possible for Yugi, but by God, what a match it was. Hawk head kick lands to the stomach of Yugi, does huge damage. Oh, and then in these last 20 seconds, these two are standing and trading in the center of the octagon. They're leaving it all in the cage tonight. Double knockdown just as things start to get interesting. 20 health and 20 health. Who is going to get this final KO? This final KO is just for the bragging rights. Yugi stands up, 10 health. Hawk has 25 seconds left. And that is game, ladies and gentlemen. And still, the undefeated, undisputed DW2 PL EU champion, Hawk 152, What a fight!
That was a good one.
What a fight. Alright, guys. That is it for DW2 PL Fight Night number 4. I'll say it for the 20th time. Sorry NA Night was such a fuck up, guys. I believe we more than compensated with the quality of these last matches for the EU half. Thanks to all you guys for popping out. We really appreciate everybody who shows support to the league. All of our competitors, fighters did a fantastic job tonight. As always, thanks to the admins, Hawk, Hank, Hydro, the boys, putting that work in. Burrito, Architecto, Heli. I don't think I'm missing anyone. Those are the
I think
guys.
you're
This wouldn't be
good.
possible without them.
Yeah, thanks Oleg for the game.